Move out a little bit.
So Landon, how does it feel to get a new family?
I haven't got my family yet.
Are you excited to get a new family?
Yes. Okay, let's go Bowman. Alan Smith, Miranda Blake, Hope Malonda, Sarah Layden, Tyler Gardner, Trey Hardy, Chris Bush, Dana.
Welcome, son.
Noble youth of every nation, we have heard the call, born to lead this generation. We are standing tall, we are strong, and we are brave. We have the courage to obey. This is the time. We know the way. We believe in the difference we can make. To hold up our light, strengthen our brother, help each other home. To live for what's right, stand as a witness, share the truth we know. We will raise our voice, we will make the choice to take our place with hearts of faith. These are the days.
Hey, I mean, if you're hiking for a long time without the taste of basically intimate water, you will basically just take anything. Like me, I just personally snitched out of the brown sugar bag.
Faithful to the gifts he's given, holding to the rock. We have hope, we have faith, we believe the world can change. We rejoice and celebrate as we unite in the power of His name. To hold up our light, strengthen our brother, help each other home. To live for what's right, stand as a witness, share the truth we know. We will raise our voice, we will make the choice to take our place with hearts of faith. These are the days, guided by His endless grace. We're following His path. If we're faithful, we've been promised all the Father has. Hold the line, strengthen our brother, help each other home. Live on what's right, stand as a witness, share the truth.
And this lady has come far and wide, crossed miles and miles of reservations to be here with us tonight. And she's going to show us how to butcher a sheep.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner!
Definitely say the hardest part was yesterday when we didn't have any food and we were all talking about the food that we wanted, which consisted of like Reese's and like Milky Ways and like crepes with Nutella and strawberries and bananas, so that was pretty awful talking about that. Dear Elder Farnes, you hereby called to serve as a missionary of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. You are assigned to labor in the Colorado Fort Collins mission.
Probably the biggest life lesson that I learned is about prayer, actually, on the first night when everybody was just so tired and just exhausted and we were all hungry and we're getting really close to camp, but nobody could tell us when we were going to get there, and I was having a really hard time. I was just ready to go home and go to sleep, but the girl pulling the cart next to me, her name's Chalet, she looked at me and she could tell I was having a hard time, I think, and so she told me that I should pray, and I'd never really thought about it. You know, we were walking, trying to carry a cart, but I listened to her and I prayed, and right after that I started feeling a lot better, and I felt like I was going to be able to do it, and pain in my legs started going away, and so I started trying to talk to people around me, try to encourage everybody, keep them upbeat, you know, and I think it really helps. So when we got to camp, I was feeling pretty good, so I decided to pray again, you know, and pray in thanks, and I think those two experiences of prayer really helped with my testimony about prayer, and now I know, you know, that I can pray anytime for anything. It doesn't matter if you're in a hand cart, you're in school, taking tests, but I think that really helped.
Behind me, like at first we started going and our pod just came up and started pulling the guys away, and I was like, what's going on? Are they getting in trouble? Like, did they do something wrong? But like, I looked at him and I was like, what's going on? And he said, nothing, just don't talk. I said, okay. So we just kept pushing and we got up to this big hill, and I was the only person in the back and all the girls were in the front pulling the thing, and it was pretty hard and I couldn't really do it by myself. But when I really got stuck, the girls behind me would stop and help me, and they would jump up and push the cart with me, and they would leave their cart behind until I got up to where I could go by myself again. And if it wasn't for them behind me, there was no way I probably would have gone up the hill. And when one of the girls in the front, when she noticed that I was having trouble in the back, she came back there with me and helped me push up the hill, and I'm really thankful for that. It really helped. Families. There was only a few people that I knew. We were kind of awkward with one another, and we were all pretty separate as we began the trek. And as it wore on, we became close-knit, like we've been acting like a family, which was really cool, and I enjoyed that.
Hearing all the testimonies, that really got to me, and it really helped me see that this is the true church, and that I believe that my Heavenly Father does love me, and hearing all the testimonies, that really got to me and was so uplifting and so spiritual. And I know that we were so grateful to be here.
I noticed that it's more, you can really feel the Spirit a lot better out here because you're among the earth and what God created, and you're away from the noise of the world. Like, all the tools that Satan uses are just away from us, and
I learned that as the kids would venture far out, some of them would stay close, some of them would go really far. But as they heard our voices, they realized that they were to come to us, and I learned that even though you're so far away, sometimes even just the smallest voice, even the smallest whisper from the Spirit can get you back.
All of this, everything we do should be towards the Savior, whether it's like just in our everyday life, we need to be willing to go to the Savior. And it taught me a lot too, because when I was sitting there, they started singing, and I was like, am I supposed to go? But I don't want to look stupid if I go up there and they're like, oh no, we're just singing for the heck of it, you need to go sit back down. And that taught me a lot about my life too, because I think that's kind of how you can be in your everyday life, like, oh, maybe I shouldn't do that, I don't want to look stupid, but when in actuality, like, that's exactly what you need to be doing.
I didn't really think about that before, but now that I think about it, that really reminds me of how sometimes people stray off the straight and narrow path, and sometimes they don't recognize when they need to come back. I'm not saying that they were, like, not righteous or anything, but not coming back, but in life, sometimes there are people who just, it takes them a little longer to realize where Christ is.
Thinking about something, I would have the strength to do it. And what I really thought about was like the pioneer mothers. They had their kids with them. Like, I didn't have any kids I had to tote around. They had their kids and they knew they had to do it. It wasn't a choice, it wasn't an option. They had to do it for their kids. And I knew that I could do it. If it was just me, it wasn't the whole time. I had a couple miles to do it. And then someone came and helped me from off the side. Right, I had prayed, I was like, Heavenly Father, I will do this. I don't care how hard it is, just give me the rest of the strength, you know. My strength's running out, I need your help. And right then I came around the corner and I saw her coming down to help me. And I knew that was the answer for her, but I knew it.
Yeah, I kept thinking in my head, I have like so much time to just think about things, and it was really good to just like sort things out in my mind by myself. And even though I was around a lot of people, I felt very like alone. I read some conference talks, and then I wrote my journal and wrote some letters to my little sisters. And that was fun, because if I go again next time, I can go with them. So it'll be like I go with all my siblings. So that was fun. I liked pondering like the conference talks and like some things that I was struggling with, and this time is really helpful.
Actually, I felt first I thought it was really good for you, because it's good to do hard things. But then as you kept struggling and kept pushing, I was thinking, man, they're good kids, because they didn't quit. Not one of our kids ever complained that I heard, or not one of them stopped. Every time, they all jumped in and kept going, every one of them.
The biggest complaint I heard is, we're stopping again?
Yeah, it was
that
not.
Was it? Really?
So, actually, you guys were an example to us.
I learned that I can't do it by myself, that in the strength of the Lord that I can do hard things, and with others around me that I can do it, because it's hard in life doing it by yourself, and I know that I need my Savior to be there with me every step of the way.
When a lot of these women got almost to the top, I think the top was the roughest part, the roughest area. It was very rocky and very hard there, and like in life, I know that when I was going to be endowed, I know that Satan started throwing all these obstacles in front of me to block my way from that. There are many others, angels, that do assist us many times when we're down, when we feel like giving up.
And who brought the dead to life.
He's the one who fed the hungry and who gave the blind their sight.
He's the one who walked on water, then he brought them safe to shore.
And whenever you may need him, he's the one you're looking for.
So let him in. He will take away your pain.
When you feel his love, you'll never be the same. Come unto Christ, come unto him.
And by his grace be made holy again.
He's calling your name. He's waiting for you with arms open wide. Come unto Christ.
He's the one who taught forgiveness and who showed a better way. He's the one who helps the hopeless and those who'd gone astray.
He's the Savior and Redeemer, the bread of life, the Prince of Peace. If you're hungry, lost, or captive, he's the one who sets you free. So let him in.
And you'll remember who you are. He will mold your life and change your willing heart. Come unto Christ, come unto him, and by his grace be made holy again.
He's calling your name. He's waiting for you with arms open wide. Come unto Christ, and you will find eternal life. Come unto Christ, come unto him, and by his grace be made holy again. He's calling your name. He's waiting for you with arms open wide. Come unto
I learned that these kids have, testimonies.
They were better than us at our age. Your age, better than our age. They are. They got a good, solid future. They got testimonies. They have a direction, and they're going to be the leaders for the next generation. They're absolutely true.
They're amazing.
When we die, they'll be. Church will be in good hands. The country will be in good hands.